Captain Accent has a problem. He's been taking my pronunciation classes for some time now, but the concept of American English placement is just overwhelming him. No, it's I, lower in the throat, more relaxed, more air. I've noticed that he stays really tense for a lot of his vowel sounds. He's doing like E as opposed to A, or he's doing like I versus I. So today, I have some tips for you if you're in a similar boat, your placement's a little bit too high, or you're not getting enough air through your throat. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to breathe out slowly. Notice some other things too. I'm really relaxing my upper body. Relax your neck, relax your mouth, your throat, but also even your shoulders, your chest, your stomach. Shoulders should be back a little bit. Have good posture, but not too tense. Now let's do that again, but this time I want you to put your hands on your stomach, and as you let out air, I want you to hiss like a snake a little bit. As you let out the air, you're going to feel that your abdomen, your abs, and your stomach are going to tighten and get a little bit tense. That's a good thing. I want you to feel what that is like. Noticing that tenseness, try not to let it get too tense, because if it's too tight, that's going to make our placement also a little bit tight as well. Next, I want you to breathe through your nose 5 times, and also be aware of a couple of things. Your bottom teeth should not make contact with your top teeth. As you breathe, you should notice that your tongue is close to the top of your mouth. Lastly, I want you to keep your shoulders down. All right, so with those things in mind, let's breathe through our nose 5 times. For our next exercise, I want you to imagine that you are a teacher or the captain of a crew that you're trying to get to be very quiet. The sound you make is like shh, shh. Notice there's a lot of heavy breath there, right? So let's try to make that 5 times really fast. Shh, 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 shh. Again, you should really be feeling lots of the air moving through your throat and going out. And you can also alternate the exercise with longer ones. It's like shh. Our next exercise, again, we're focusing on keeping things relaxed and moving as much air through the throat as possible. We're going to do a heavy breath out. Let's do that again and add a vowel sound. I'm going to use E. E. Let's do the heavy breath and then pair it with that sound as well. So again, E. Let's do that again now. This time, all of those steps, but this time we're going to add a word. You can use your name, for example. May. Captain. Like that. Next, to continue working on awareness, pay attention to body position and how it can affect your sound. To give you an example, let's say the E sound, and just move the position of our shoulders. We're going to start high and then send them down, maintaining the vowel the entire time. E. Do you hear how the vowel changes just by the fact of me moving my shoulders around? So when you're working on placement, trying to make sure that your shoulders are not tense and high, but a little bit more relaxed and in a neutral position. The next thing I want you to do is laugh. As you laugh, it can be helpful to keep your hands on your abdomen, your abs, your stomach again, and feel how it gets kind of tense and then relaxes and then tense and relaxes very quickly.
It never gets overly tense though.
Take that position where you're projecting that sound from with your laugh, again low near your diaphragm, And then try to say a word as you're doing that. E, me, e. Notice again, that's kind of the sound that you're looking for. You're projecting from a much lower spot. You're getting so much more air through. You can also do this, for instance, taking a page from Santa Claus. The sound that he's famous for making in American English is his ho ho ho. So again, it's a very deep belly laugh. I have 3 more exercises that you can use for just being aware of your American English placement and trying to keep it low. Try playing around with placement by making a sound at one pitch and just changing where you're projecting it from. In this case, I'm going to use E, and I'll be moving that around. So again, E, just feeling what it's like if I'm projecting from different places. Next, what we can try doing is pronouncing some vowel sounds with very exaggerated mouth positions. To give you an example, let's look at the
ah sound.
Now normally when you make an ah, you can have your mouth open about this wide. Ah. But for our purposes, let's exaggerate. Let's open our mouth extra wide and still try to pronounce that ah sound. Ah, ah. Let's try another vowel sound, the oo sound. Now again, when I'm making oo, this is kind of a more normal placement, but let's try that with an exaggerated mouth open. Again, compare oo and It's not going to be exactly the same sound, but that's not the goal. The goal is to try to just get the sound more open, more air, to see what that feels like. The last exercise you can do is count up to 10, each time changing your placement, moving up a little higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you're still looking for some more, sorry guys, one last quick strategy that I think could be helpful too is we want to try to move the position of the back of our tongue to let more air through. So we're going to pronounce some vowel sounds. The first time, I want you to pronounce them with the front of your tongue touching your bottom front tooth, and then the second time, moving your tongue back. E, ah, ah, ooh, ah, ah. So see if you can hear those differences. Again, those times where the front of your tongue is farther forward, that lets more air through. It's going to lead to, in general, a more natural sound than those times where your tongue is more towards the back of your mouth. If you're still looking for some more placement practice, you want to hear lots of example sentences, then this is the video for you.